Okay. Oh, okay, it did work. Good. I don't know what the hell I did to get it to work, but
Does that work?
oh, mine's working now, surprisingly.
It's
As long as...
very quiet,
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
but we can barely hear him.
Oh wait, that's rubbish. One moment.
Lautsprecher, oder?
Let me check my Discord real quick.
Hello, can you say something, please?
No, I can't. Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh,
Ah,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's a lot louder. Good.
Cool.
You can hear us, yeah? Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can now play with one headphone in, so that you can still hear the
There
game.
we go.
Okay.
Increase
Brauchst du nicht?
that.
Cool.
Certified. Okay.
Yeah, we sent you an invite.
There we go.
Ampere. Oh, ja.
Nice.
Ah ja, ich mach dann mal hier das Mikro aus.
Ah, yeah, chef. My wife and I are thinking of getting The Forest for the PlayStation. Would you be interested in playing?
I just all I have to do is get my PlayStation Plus back, but yes, I would actually be down to play that. That's an amazing game.
Oh man, that's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
you've got to be really into it is a really time-consuming game. I'm going to tell you that. Like you get lost in what you're doing. I mean, because there's no real story to the game. There's no real quests. There's no real anything. It's you're on an island. You try to explore, try to survive. The more days that pass, the more the enemies start coming out. So these mutant creatures. So the longer you're on the island, or basically the longer you're on the island, the more the difficulty kind of increases. The game's basically just about trying to survive. If you want to do like I guess the story mode to it, it's like I said, there's no quest, there's no markers. It isn't really telling you what to do. It's more of you better go explore. Go down into caves that are dark. Go down into this. Go swimming down here and try to find the right equipment you need, so that you can go maybe into the next tunnel because you might need like a diving gear just to get into the next cave. And while you're doing this, you'll find bits and pieces of the story put together, and to the point where there is a whole underground bunker type thing that has like a whole big boss fight at the end. But it's all about surviving, building up a base as big as you can.
Yeah.
And that game seriously is the more people that are playing it, the better it is, because you can get a base built so much quicker than just trying to do it solo.
So cool. Actually, that sounds like really you are really like into this surviving stuff, you know, like because in real survival, you won't have anyone telling you, oh, next thing you have to do this. You won't have an instruction.
You don't have anything. You've got a guidebook that kind of keeps track of like, what some of the stuff that you can build. It's like a crafting book, and it'll be like, oh, you can build the walls, and then it lays out like this like blueprint kind of the walls, and then it's like you got to go and go cut down the logs for that wall, and you can only carry like so many logs at a time, not unless you build a sled to carry more logs or sticks or stones or whatever you're trying to build.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
It's a massive survival game, and it's fun. Like I love all survival, any type of survival game as it is. I play them all the time. I love it. There's just something about them just being sitting there. I get lost in, like I said, I'll just be sitting there chopping down a forest just because I need the trees or something for it. And next thing you know, 4 hours go by, and you're like, I haven't done anything in this game besides clear this whole section of the map of trees.
Well, that's no problem, because I mean, my wife and I, if we're playing 5 hours Black Ops Zombies or 5 hours The Forest, it doesn't really make a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, the only thing bad about The Forest, man, is that you'll literally, when I say you'll get lost, you'll just be like, oh, okay, you know, I could play for another hour, and then that's when that 4 hours, 5 hours go by, and you're like, oh, what the crap? It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's like I really like stuff like that. I really like getting into things. I love when things pull me in, and that sounds very nice.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get it then because
Yeah.
it's only 17 euros or whatever. So yeah, we can get it.
Yeah, that one's fun. Like I said, I just bought the second one, Sons of the Forest, on PC, and I've been playing that slowly, and I've been liking it on PC. I mean, they made it a lot easier. They made this one more like the forest itself is more about like melee weapons, and then your bow.
Yeah.
Your bow is your big one. And then your coolest melee weapon is if you can find it. Like I said, you can make a lot of your weapons, axes, you know, spears, stuff like that. But there's certain weapons around the map that are like, you know, down in the caves or something that are really cool. Like there's a katana that's in a certain cave that you're not supposed to be able to get to. But I've played the game so much, it's like one of the first caves I go to just to get the katana. And then there's actually like on the forest on the map there's a giant sinkhole. That sinkhole at the very very bottom of it, which you're not supposed to be able to get to, not unless you go through all these different types of caves and have all this stuff, is literally the end game. You go to the bottom of the sinkhole and there's like this special pyramid thing in it. I've played so much that I can, if you go and get a turtle, you kill the turtle real quick, take its shell, and you can slide down the cave and get to the bottom.
What?
And then all of a sudden you're at the end of the game already.
That sounds crazy, man. How do you even get the idea to slide on the turtle shell?
Actually, that because it was part of the when they made the game at the end game after you beat the game and after you're playing for a while, you could start building some cool stuff in there like they have like a ramp because you get a hang glider type thing in there, but the only way to use it is if you have to be really high up and then jump off and use it properly. So they gave you this thing to build you like a ramp to go up. Well, people took that ramp and just kept modifying, like basically building onto them, and they made like loop-de-loops. And people were like, I wonder how we could use this. Or they'd make really long slides and then see how far they could fly in the air before they would crash. And they started using that pit as like the area to launch off of or go down into. And the shells were just one of the things that people were like, I wonder if we could jump into this. And all of a sudden you realize they're like, you can use this as a sled for real?
Whoa.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, the game's fun, really fun. Like they have like a whole thing where you can build like all this is just for the like I don't know why they put it on, but you can build like a church and put little like figures in there. You can build stick figures to have like a family. You can build a car you can't drive anywhere because it's just made out of sticks. They did all this stuff for like after you beat the game if you just wanted to have fun, and you could like there's people that go crazy with it and they'll build like whole little like houses and cities and stuff, and it's funny to look going through and being like everything's stick figures. You just see cars and stick figures and
Man, that sounds like a good game, but I think alone it wouldn't be as fun as with as you said, like the more people. It would just be great, especially because you have the experience with it. You could basically help us out because we have no idea about the game. I've never played anything like that.
Alone, it's more of a jump scare game.
Oh dang!
Because the mutants, they screw like that. That's the like. I'm gonna tell you now. It's always good to play that game with headphones on, because you're gonna want to hear everything. You're gonna want to because the mutants can creep up on you. They actually jump from tree to tree. They can climb up trees. But they scream, and depending on what their scream sounds like, depending on what kind of mutant it is, there's all different types. And then if you go out into the water, you got to worry about like sharks and other little creatures out there that might try to kill you. Oh, it is.
Awesome.
Oh, dude, it's fun. I usually build a like my base like in the water somewhat. So the mutants, because the mutants for some reason, that's the one thing, is they will not go in the water.
Ooh, okay, so I would just sleep in the water.
Actually, to a lot of people, what they do is there's a little like boat that's like been like abandoned on the kind of like around the island, and it's just like right off this cliff. Like you have this giant cliff and a tree, and then right below it is this boat. A lot of people will go from the beach and build like a whole like ramp to the boat, and that's where they'll build a lot of their base around, just because they know the